course, the pandemic has posed many challenges for everyone in this country, including one woman facing many obstacles, including a breakup from her partner of 4 years, becoming a new mother, and being a visionary creator. Trey Anthony's year has been challenging, to say the least. She wrote a new book called Black Girl in Love with Herself, where she highlights the importance of falling in love with yourself while navigating through life. Trey, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, so this sounds like a really deep topic. I mean, let's dive right in. Falling in love with yourself while you're navigating life. Talk to me about this message that you are trying to get across.
For me, as you mentioned, Lindsey, I was a brand new mom to a 2-week-old baby. My partner sent me a text saying I wanted to end this relationship, and that was it. And we were in a pandemic. And it was just devastating to me. And what I had realized, and I talk about this in the book, Black Girl in Love with Herself, is that I had poured so much into this relationship that I had lost myself. So when my partner said that she no longer wanted to do this relationship, I was like, okay. And I thought that I had no one then who would love me, and I was no longer lovable. And I think a lot of women that we do that we pour into our relationships, we pour into our children, we pour into our jobs. And then we realize we have this rude awakening one day. We get up and we're like, wait a minute, what about me? How come I never checked in on me?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I do feel this is something that women particularly struggle with. You pour into everyone around you, and you know, you kind of lose yourself in those boundaries there. So besides, you know, the obstacles from this past year, what were some of the inspirations for this book that you've written?
Some of the inspiration was definitely my own mother, my grandmother, and also women that I was coaching. Like, ironically enough, I was coaching women, saying to women, you know, like, let's make sure that you make yourself a priority. And that was me pouring into my job, giving everything. And then I realized as I was writing this book that I had forgotten some of my own lessons, right? And so I had to go back and revisit them. And so for me, it's about really making sure, especially also too, that Black women have a guide to how to love themselves better. And I think because I talk from such a place of authenticity, it crosses over culture, it crosses over class, it crosses over in so many ways that people see themselves authentically in this story.
Absolutely. And we have about 30 seconds left, but really quickly, what does that practically look like, loving yourself on a Tuesday?
Yes. Sometimes it's as simple as giving yourself 10 minutes in your day and saying, I'm worthy of doing that. Also, for me, it was about moving my body, getting outside. It was about eating healthy. It was about also accepting support and help, because I was such an A-type personality. It was hard for me to even admit that I needed help and support in this situation.
Absolutely. Wow, that's incredible. Trey, thanks so much for joining us. And to learn more about Black Girl in Love with Herself and Trey Anthony, you can check out TreyAnthony.com.